Wednesday, February 12, 2025 at 4:30 p.m. This meeting is being recorded. The meeting is being audio and video recorded and will be broadcast on Focus Springfield. Roll call attendance, Commissioner Birdie.
Here.
Commissioner Fernandez. Here. Commissioner Jackson.
Here.
Commissioner Roldan.
Yes.
Commissioner Springer. All the
Yes.
academy and everything.
Thank you. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There's like 53 groups up there.
Any discussion on the minutes, or we could
So
motion to
So
move?
moved.
Second. Approval of the minutes?
This is for approval of the minutes for 129:25. Commissioner Fernandez? Yes. Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Commissioner Birdie?
Yes.
Commissioner Roldan?
Yes.
Commissioner Springer?
Yes. Okay, under new business, we have two people. Commissioner Fernandez, who's the head of it, and Commissioner Birdie, who's second on the commission, on the use of force committee that meets every month. I guess they're meeting now.
Yes, every month.
Okay, and we're gonna get a report, a little bit about that committee, what they're doing. I don't know. Dr. Birdie?
All right, the board has at least one or two representatives that attend these meetings monthly. They've been going on for several months now, and plans to move forward monthly. I'd like to report that the Use of Force Committee is using every means available to communicate clearly with the board. We have easy access of all videos, reports. We have opportunities to ask questions. We attend the meetings, and we have this form, which I've shared with the board. It's called the Use of Force Committee Packet Review Summary, which allows the board member to ask questions and/or make specific comments that can be addressed. What's nice about it is the eyes of a civilian or a commissioner might be seeing things just a little bit differently. And I think that's what everybody wants. So it's working out wonderfully. It's very impressive that we've come so far. And we're doing a great job, in my opinion. One other comment, though, is that perhaps board members could, from time to time, if convenient, even if you're not a member of the committee, to attend one of the meetings, because it's absolutely impressive how much energy and effort goes into it. You have the deputy superintendent, Steve Kent there. You have the training division. You have a squad supervisor. It's just a very thorough analysis. And then people aren't afraid to make a good call as to whether the officer did the right thing or not. And it's really compelling, and I think that's what we're all about.
Just to add to that, I agree with you. It's very the 2 hours that are allocated for this meeting are utilized really well. We're prepared, given information, we're giving ample notice on when the information is given to us, so that we're prepared for the next meeting. There are forms that allows us to ask, have you prepared for questions? And I think it's important that we all participate in different boards, just so we all have different roles, and just to get an idea. And what I like about the body-worn camera, which I like it, is looking at it through the lens of the person who is, because we can look at that and saying like, oh, why is it too long, or why didn't you hear? But when you see through the lens of the body-worn camera, it kind of gives you really good details, like, okay, I can see why that happened, and how fast things move, and how things can go from 0 to 100 really quickly. But I think that everything that we've seen has been on point. The reports clearly speaks on what we see on the body-worn camera. So we've been impressed. They've been very useful and very resourceful with, can you get this information? Can you guys send me this? And I think what is his name, Christopher?
Roberts?
Chris Roberts.
Chris Roberts.
Yeah.
He's really good with all the. But I mean, I have any questions logging in? He's like, what do you need? Walk me through it. So I'm very well pleased.
I have one other thought, perhaps recommendation, that the board receive some type of familiarity training with the use of body-worn camera policy. It's because we're getting a whole new set of technologies soon.
We're going with Axios body cams. I think they're supposed to be implemented in May, I
think, or April.
Right, it's my understanding that as a result, though, there'll be some changes that will make things easier for the use of force committee. Everything will be combined. Instead of having a separate file for the body worn camera images, videos, and the officer's written reports, that all be packaged together.
Okay.
So I think that's a vast improvement and
Yeah.
worthwhile. So anyway, I just suggest that maybe we get some training and familiarity with what all that means.
Great, thank you both. That's
You can meet once a month.
great.
You can meet, so, Jay, okay.
I'm not sure what the next meeting is.
What do they have here?
Right here, yeah, usually. Unless it's full.
Next thing we got on the agenda is the annual meeting that's coming up March 12th. Just if there's any discussion, anything we want to make sure that we put out there. I guess that's Attorney Brett, are we going to have our annual report there? Yeah.
So I have, it was, last year it was Attorney Devin Grierson that put it together, and I just got back yesterday from vacation, so I apologize, I haven't had a chance to review it. But if you folks have it from last year, or I can send it to you from last year, it will probably be fairly similar to the data that has been collected, and it goes through the requirements of the Board of Police Commissioners in this settlement agreement with the Department of Justice, and what we have to be reporting on each year, and if there are any anything that we are doing that is better than we used to, or what can we do to improve, that kind of thing. But I can send it to you. I can send the last year's version to you so you could take a look at it. But they'll probably also, and it's open to the public, of course, and it's at the Raymond E. Jordan Center. There's a lot of data in the report about the number of disciplinary cases and, what happened to the cases, not with people's names, but, the data, the input, similar to what your quarterly reports are that are on the website, and then analysis of data, and when cases were heard and a disposition was made, what was the disposition, that kind of thing. And then public engagement, when the board can, from time to time, if the board goes out to meet with folks in the community, you can report about that. So I'm just looking at it really quick. And then what can we do better in the future, going forward? And we're hoping that you'll get a lot of community input as to all of those factors. So.
We did last time,
Yeah.
I thought it went very well last time, really. There wasn't that many problems, but if it's a problem that improves things, that's fine. But you had on there what we've improved and things we could do a little bit better.
Sure.
When you make that report, is it possible to have a separate page for that and explain that? Because that might be,
Well, I'm not going to be the one that, what I need to get from you folks is information, and then I can try to put it together. But I'm not the one deciding, what's been improved and what hasn't. That will have to come from the board.
okay, well, that's good to
Yeah,
know. Because,
yeah.
like I said, because we were waiting, I think we were all under the same impression that that report was being made, given to us, and that's the annual report. That's not a problem.
But if you want to send emails to me, and I can also check with the city solicitor, because I think we're probably doing it together. But as we know, we don't want to do emails with copy to everybody because of the open meeting law, et cetera. But if you have particular issues that you'd like to note, like this is an improvement that we did, and how things are being more streamlined, or we have better access to the body-worn camera. Now that there are members of the board that are on use of force committee, and you have, because I went to one of the meetings and it was excellent the way they presented the body-worn camera footage, because it's so interesting that it's just my point of view, right? But I think you share it, that it's so interesting when you see it from the officer's body cam pointing out. So it's a very different point of view than what the officer's seeing, because the camera can pick things up. Would you agree, Sergeant, that the camera can pick things up that the officers might not even be aware of, or like in the peripheral vision, or But it's very, very interesting, and it's very helpful to have those reviews, so,
Probably speak about all the trainings you guys have been to and
Yeah.
everything, because I'm sure the public would like to hear that.
That's what I'd hope to
Yeah.
do, that we would do that. We put down, basically explain to them what it takes as a commissioner, what you have to do, and some of the difficulties you face and not face, and again, positives like this. Because we have
Can I make sure
a
this?
lot of positives, yes.
Okay. Some of the things I believe we have here at the beginning of our response to that request for more information regarding use of force, it's sort of bulleted.
oh, the form that you mentioned?
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it-
The other
you
thing
could
about
send
the
that.
body worn camera too is there's also audio.
Yeah.
Often, if the camera's blocked, you can still hear what's going on, and that's very important, I think.
And you're also able to see, like if you want to say, I want to see another officer's perspective on their body camera, you're able to even pick up even more and hear even more detail, because sometimes you don't want to just go by one of the body camera, but you want to be able to see a couple, and then you can kind of see the whole picture, and kind of, it all makes sense complete regarding to the report.
And, when we do that, we're gonna also try to make it clear, everybody assumes that when you're talking about the body worn cameras, that you're saying, so this shows if the officer's doing the right thing and not doing the right thing, and how they can be at fault in this. But that's the part, I also wanna make sure that it shows people that a huge percentage of the time, the officer's doing exactly the right thing. And not just the negative end, it's showing that it's been positive for the department, for the officers. So all of that, we want to make sure we get out there. So is there something else we should bring up? We'll bring up what we do, we'll
What we
we'll come up with against all the training, we'll put all of that in there.
I gave you a copy of the agenda from last year. Do you guys want to keep the agenda the same?
I didn't even know.
You sent it to us, yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay, yes, I did read
Yeah,
it.
she put it
Right,
right
I
there.
did read it. Yeah, I thought it was fine. We can cover everything that way.
There's
future training.
I'd like to add on to this, like, the schools, one of the schools did a beautiful, a video about, you know, the police commission, and they like to talk about how police are positive, and I think if we get them young, and we can invite them in annual, and we can look recognition, it'd be great. And that'll be positive for the schools and in police department, you know, so. I know that they did they're finishing the video. Once they get that done, I'll definitely report back. And we can get that done.
That's a great idea.
What school put that out?
I'll have to look it up.
Oh, it's very nice.
It's a high school.
Yeah.
It's a high
Yeah,
school?
local. Yeah.
Now, stuff like that, we just want to make sure, because it's the one chance everybody can get there.
Yeah.
And will there be, and I hate to have to ask this question, but because of last month's meeting, will there be some officers assigned there that night?
Yeah, I will speak to the superintendent, and I'm sure
Please.
he'll arrange for a two-officer unit to be there, you know, in case there's any issues like that.
Yeah, I don't think
We
we'll
had-
get,
we had-
get anybody out of control.
Absolutely.
That was a great example. We couldn't, you know,
We had
unless we were gonna
parents
physically
last
throw
time,
them out,
so-
they weren't moving. So
I think 3 of them.
We let them say their piece and they left on their own, so it worked
it
out.
worked out, yes. But I'm just concerned because there'll be a lot more people.
Yeah,
We usually don't have, we had a great, I thought we had a great annual meeting last night. It worked very well. But just in case, thank you, Ken.
I'll pass it on to the superintendent, I'm sure that's not gonna be an issue.
did you want people to sign in that want to speak also, or no?
I think we should.
Yes, I think we should do that. Do that again, that way we can.
We didn't do it last time.
Let's do
I know,
this.
we didn't, but they still did well, but let's make it more orderly.
Okay, do you want there to be a time limit?
Yeah,
I think so.
You can poke them down and try to hold them to
What do
it.
you
because
think? Our
We're only
time-
gonna be there a couple hours, so they better.
Our time limit here is, I think, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we gotta make sure
Yeah.
one person, you know, talk 3-4 different times.
Yeah,
Back and
that's,
forth.
that's the
Yeah.
thing.
Do you want the public to sign in, everyone to sign in when they come in?
We can ask them, and hopefully if they want
I
to.
think we should get face to face, though.
Just they speaking.
Just somebody wants speaking?
Yeah, that makes sense, so we don't need their names before. I
And
said, we did well last meeting, we're hoping the same.
And then how many reports do you want? That was the problem last year because we only had, I think, 15 reports and they were not happy about that.
No, Could be, I hate to do it, because we get a bunch and then they won't use them. But the report's what, a couple of pages, Attorney?
Let's see.
3-4 pages. But I'm trying to save paper, I just want to make it a project that
I think it was available on the website.
It's 11 pages, but you can print them, you know, bumpy sides,
Double-sided.
double-sided. So it's not too bad. I mean, this was last year's.
How many do we have left?
I think we have 20, and they were not happy about it.
I know, that was one of the few cancels,
We should have extra copies of
30, 40 copies. We do
Oh,
have-
maybe this was the draft for
I
that.
would say,
Oh, maybe, 'cause I don't remember that being like that many pages.
Yeah, then it's,
that's more than fair.
we did our best to make sure we do that.
This
We'll go back.
Yeah, I didn't do it. The stats come from our unit for this.
So this is
But I know that they were given it to
Annual
Devin.
meeting, but it's also.
And then we had to put everything
for monthly.
together.
Yeah, so what,
So are we gonna open up, like, I'll open up the meeting, just
Right.
like we do?
yeah, just real quick, we'll explain to them we're gonna do that and
See
make
if we
it,
can find an old email.
I don't know, can we get, how do we get out of, new business, so, but just say, can we just go by them, or new business?
I can do
No,
whatever you want on the agenda.
no, oh, just do whatever, all right, you know, after approval of any minutes, we can go right to the public portion.
If we do like, they can see what we do in the meeting.
Yeah, then we
then,
get, yeah, that way they see that,
Correct.
yeah. Just so they see that, then we go right to the public portion, and what we're there
Because we had to meet the board,
for. Well, that's,
still want to do that, right?
yeah, just, yeah, because one of the things I said, we want to explain what we do, what we're doing now.
The responsibilities of the board,
Yes, and.
manual update, BOP, Board of Research manual update, we don't.
That's done. It's
Done.
pretty much done.
We don't
You
need
got
that.
it, we could use,
Ongoing training, you said you wanted to talk about.
yeah,
So I have to say, my copy of the reader.
yeah.
You wanted to do the citizen complaint process?
I guess we have to, but I can't believe nobody knows it very well
Just
by now.
another really quick.
Yes.
You do that quick,
We have
okay.
a list of places, you put that on the old business or something.
And then the annual report with the public portion.
Right,
Okay.
so they can speak, anyone who's there, it's, I think that's mostly what they're here to see, I would imagine. Or any questions, that is, the hardest part, we're still not getting it across to them that we don't investigate the complaint personally. Can't do that, that's not our area, not our expertise.
So I should have 2 microphones there, one for you guys and then one.
One to
for,
move.
To the crowd.
We needed a flag too, last time we were all just looking at each other. Remember, we didn't have a flag,
I forgot.
because we still have to do the pledge of allegiance.
I ask them to
I would
please.
imagine that the senior center has a flag.
They did it
So-
last time.
They
They didn't have a flag.
No, they
I
didn't.
think we were.
They did.
I was surprised about
We're
that.
okay with each other.
So many seniors
No,
are vets, you
They
know.
got it, they
We're
was
like
from office, they didn't have. to
Locked
do it.
up, it was locked
Yeah,
up.
it was
Locked
locked
up in a
up.
closet. That's nice.
But just to make sure we are going to come back.
But
Just to look, you know, make sense, so they figure we're off to a good start.
all right, thank you, that's what I needed, so.
And it's usually very good, because well attended, last time there were city councilors, state senators. It was quite a group last time. Now, that's another reason, it's nice, we'll just generally thank all the people from the, or hold a position, because if we gotta go through each and every person,
Dignitaries.
then we'll have a problem with the dignitaries, right? Because there's a lot of them. We miss somebody, then we're in trouble. We can, if they speak, we can acknowledge them. That makes sense to the board, because we go through each one, we'll be, you know, I can see us miss one, and that's the end of the
Or
board.
we get them to sign it.
No,
Like, they do that in other meetings, they sign it. And no evidence.
maybe we'll have a sign sheet for that. Anybody?
Dignitary sign in
From
there.
the dignitaries? And then we could introduce, any of you could pass it, when you can introduce,
Correct.
we can do that.
Because some feel like, oh, you're avoiding them and they get like that.
And some of them, like, there's a couple, 1 or 2 I hadn't met over the years, and they were pretty good. The speaker was, the Senator Gomez.
Yeah, Gomez was there.
I enjoyed listening to him, he surprised me. I hadn't met him before. I've heard of him, but I hadn't met him. All right. Is there
Can I just
any-
ask a quick question? Were folks from the compliance evaluator team or the Department of Justice team at the annual meeting last year?
I don't
They were last year.
They were last year.
Yeah, they were last year.
remember which one I was
Yeah,
gonna
it was,
say.
So
Can you
we'll
please-
probably want to let them know
Chinese
that,
girl and,
You
that
wanna
we're
let
having it
them-
in case they wanted to attend.
Yeah.
Okay.
the Chinese
Yeah.
girl that, yeah.
Because that was their request originally, the annual meeting, so one in town or something.
Michelle, yeah,
Michelle.
Michelle was there.
Yeah, she was,
Yeah.
It's also been posted as of this morning on
in
the
case somebody could see.
website, the city website,
Yeah.
Facebook, it's, we got it out there, so.
Okay, good, good.
Yeah, you wanna make sure we tell them, because they're,
Mr. Chairman, may I ask Captain Murphy a question? Is there a trend downwards since the board has been meeting since last? Is there a trend downward in complaints received by the city? Or are they the same? Or?
I would say the trend downward is more attributable to our body worn camera program. That'll get some reflection.
Yes.
Clearly, the board. But there's, since we've implemented the body worn camera program, over 3 years now.
It's going up 5 this year.
Is it really?
Yeah, in June it'll be 5.
Yeah, the number of complaints, I would say, are lower than we've had
Okay.
prior to the program being adopted.
It's another success for the city.
And as far as excessive force complaints, they're near non-existent.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's impressive.
That's no doubt directly attributable to the body worn camera.
Good news. Thank you.
There was a report though that they made about Springfield. I have to look through it, and it spoke positive of the police department. With the changes that were happening, I'll look for it and I'll forward to you. It's really good.
I'd still argue that with everybody, with probably the toughest jobs in Western Mass, I think they're probably most open at this point. I'd argue that any surrounding community that this police department is more open than anybody around us with the toughest jobs. So that's another subject for another time. But all right. So is there anything, nothing else for the annual meeting? Remember? Okay, so we'll go with that.
No refreshment or nothing, right?
That's
No pizza?
That's a mess.
Water or something, yeah. Yeah.
I think we'll just go straight at the meeting, 6 o'clock, or water or something.
Yeah,
would be good.
yeah.
We could
Have some
I'll bring
water.
some
can
more.
ask.
You bring
Some
some
more,
water.
we
Yeah,
have a few
bring it.
cases.
Yeah,
If
bring
we bring
it,
water,
yeah.
we
I've had enough of me.
Yeah.
enough for you, yeah. Do we have any old business? Anybody wants to bring it up? The last meeting. So.
Could I just ask, we talked about this before Commissioner Robana and Commissioner Fernandez came in. Lieutenant Barberi in the training division, she needed to ask if the board could change the date of the March training because she will be unavailable. So the two dates that she suggested were either March 11th or March 25th. But the 11th is the day before your annual meeting, so I don't know if you want to do 2 nights back to back. And the 25th would just be a week later.
What was it?
March?
20 March?
March 11th or March 25th.
25th of South Dakota.
And she would like to suggest that we have it at the 50 East Street facility where we were the last time.
Yes.
Because of the boards and all the,
Well, we're open for meetings, so
Yeah.
like, first pretty much.
So let her know. Yeah.
You don't want the Tuesday before.
I was doing all day on Thursday, Thursday, but I got that board meeting. So
I didn't respond to your email, I didn't respond.
I think we responded to the email.
So I have no problem with that.
I'm sorry.
I think we responded to the email that we were.
We didn't respond to the email, is that what it was, or?
I responded.
Yeah. To this question that you're asking,
This question
even
you're
if-
asking.
Oh,
She
okay,
emailed
I
us.
didn't,
Yeah.
oh, she emailed you, okay.
Yeah.
I
when
didn't,
I'm available the 25th, he's available the 25th.
and
It
does
looks
that
like
seem to be good?
25th, yes.
Okay, I didn't realize that
Yeah,
she had
she
sent
emailed
it to you.
That's the-
Except Gary,
Hmm?
you won't be there, right?
25th I can make.
Oh, you
Yeah,
can?
that's why he wanted
Oh,
to
okay.
know he was being a wise.
Chair.
Thank you very much.
You got it.
Oh, I got lots
So
of
that's good for everybody, that's.
Thank
the
you.
day we go.
And it'll be at 50 East Street.
Would it be 4:30 or 5?
It was usually at 5, do you want it to go to 4:30? I mean, it's-
Our meetings are usually at 4:30, but I don't have any strong feeling.
4:30 is good. That's what we do it anyway, right?
I could ask her.
Because they're done at 4 roughly.
Yeah, roughly.
Give them a chance to get out of the park.
Yes, at the training.
Sometimes they, like today, they're flexing their hours, they're all over here in the evening. So, I don't know what kind of training they have going on, so.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, everybody, appreciate it.
So I guess I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
We got an executive session.
Oh, forgot about, sorry, forgot about the case.
For that.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Make a motion to go into executive session, I can read the motion.
Second.
Motion to go into executive session pursuant to general law, Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A1, for the following purpose. 1, Special Order Number 25-001, Rules and Regulations. The board intends to enter into executive session pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A1, to discuss and vote whether to hold a hearing at a future date which involves the discipline or dismissal of, or complaints or charges brought against a public officer, employee, staff member, or individual, in the matter of Special Order Number 25-001. Unless the employee requests an open session, the Board of Police Commissioners will not reconvene in open session following the conclusion of the executive session. So I made the motion, and Carrie, you the second.
Please.
Roll call vote, Commissioner Fernandez?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Commissioner Birdie?
Yes.
Commissioner Rodan?
Yes.
Commissioner Chanese?
Yes.